Dogecoin looks like it's testing the support that I've been watching in my last couple videos. I was watching this rising channel, something like this, and we broke that going to the upside right here. We actually got resistance in this area and started pushing to the downside. We broke this support. Let's go into the 1 hour time frame, and I want to show you something that was kind of interesting because we broke out of this trend line and then got resistance and then came down. We found support on this previous, so this was resistance, 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 resistance. That's where I was getting that trend line. We came down, got support on it, got a bounce to the upside, but we got resistance in the same place that we did the first time. So we started to come down and we broke that previous support that I was just talking about, and then now we're testing the other support, actually the resistance that turned into support. But now we're testing this support. If we go back to the 4 hour time frame, we had support right here, giving me this trend line. Actually, we had support right here as well, but giving me a trend line going to the upside. And I was thinking once we break this one, then it's going to be a little bit more bearish. So we haven't actually broken it right now. We're just testing it. So it's still possible that we bounce to the upside. But in my opinion, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that we might be breaking through it. So what I did is, or what I was doing is, I had a position somewhere around here. Let me actually readjust this trend line. Whoops. So we had this falling wedge here, and when we broke that going to the upside, that's when I put a position. I think it was somewhere right here. I basically had a position right here. I closed that one right now, and I'm putting it at a lower spot on the chart. Pretty much the previous bottom right here. But I'm kind of 50-50 on whether it should be this previous bottom sitting at 0.14276, or if I should use the Fibonacci retracement level sitting at 14. The other thing that I want to talk about is we hadn't really been hitting the Fibonacci retracement levels. The 38% levels right here, the 50% is right here, and then the 61% is right here. I had been targeting this one and this one when we were moving up and down, but we're not really hitting those targets. So the other thing that I would have been kind of looking at is, let me go ahead and delete these real quick. Actually, let's keep that one on there just because that one's the main one that we're pretty much watching right now. Just that uptrend. Once it breaks it going to the downside, then I'm going to be much more confident in a limit order right here at one of these levels. I'm not sure if I want to go at like I said, the previous bottom of the Fibonacci retracement level. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is we're not going up to the Fibonacci levels. So we're getting resistance right here and right here. So let's go ahead and draw a trend line right there. So that's basically the new top. Instead of targeting the Fibonacci retracement level, we have this top right here that we can target. And then the other thing is, like I said, I'm not really sure if I should be targeting the Fibonacci retracement level down here, or at 14 cents, or this previous bottom. So those are the two kind of levels that I am debating on targeting. I mean, the first one is 0.14284. So I mean, let's go ahead and just draw a trend line that's just straight, because we bounced, we came down. That's where the bodies are in the 4 hour time frame. I don't know. You could kind of argue that there's also one maybe at 14, because we came down. We pretty much perfectly hit that Fibonacci retracement level when we came down right here. It like perfectly wicked down to that level, and then here we dipped all the way down to 0.13026. But basically, these are the tops and the bottoms in my opinion for right now. If we break one of them going to the downside, then we're gonna get. If we break these going to the downside, then we're going to get more bearish. If we break this going to the upside, then we can start getting more bullish. So yeah, and then the other thing that's kind of interesting right now is we actually are sitting on the 50%. Actually, it looks like we just broke below that 50% a little bit. Like I said, it feels like we might be, in my opinion, it feels like we're going to break this and go down, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, so let's see what happens. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you is the Bitcoin chart real quick, because pretty much the same thing. We had support, support, giving me a trend line to the upside. It looks like we're testing that trend line going down right now. We also got resistance right here at the 23% level on the Fibonacci retracement chart that I was looking at. I think if we break this trend line going down, then we might be looking at the Fibonacci retracement level, the 38% level, sitting at 60285, and I might close this position. I had a position at this level, and I don't know, we haven't done it yet, and I'm actually I don't really like trading Bitcoin as much as I do Dogecoin, but because if we go down, let's say we drop from here going down, that's around 6%, so that should be good. That could be good. But if you also look at Bitcoin, we also have this other trend line that I was watching where we had support and support right here. So if we break that first one, it's possible to just get support on that one and not make it all the way down to the Fibonacci retracement level. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't really like trading Bitcoin as much as I do Dogecoin, but I don't know. We'll see what I think. We still haven't broken this trend line going to the downside yet, though, either. So it's, like I said on the other one, it's possible that we bounce to the upside and we don't move further down. I think let's go to Dogecoin to Bitcoin real quick, and let's take a look at this. This looking a little bearish for Dogecoin. Let's go ahead and delete some of these trend lines that I was watching. Basically, I was watching this trend line going to the downside. We broke that going up, and now we have support, giving me a support trend line like this. We actually are breaking that one going down right now. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame and look for the resistance. We have resistance. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line, something like this, maybe like that. So I think this would be the next one that we're kind of looking at, but since we broke this support trend line going to the downside, what I'm also thinking is we also had, let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. We had support right here, and support right here. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line like this, and I think it's possible. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one because we don't need it anymore. We had an uptrend. We're breaking it to the downside. I'm wondering if we're going to come all the way down to this support level down here. And the reason I set up this downtrend is because let's say we start testing it, or we start coming into it and we break through it, then that's maybe a place where we can start getting bullish again. Let's go ahead and delete this one. We don't really need it. The main thing that we're watching right now is this downtrend, and then this support line right here. Let's see if it comes down. I'm kind of wondering, it might be coming down a little bit, and then once we hit this, maybe we can break this downtrend and Dogecoin can start getting bullish again. And this is the Dogecoin to Bitcoin chart. So if this chart is going down, then it's better for Bitcoin. And if this chart is going up, then it's better for Dogecoin. Right now it's going down, so it's better to be in Bitcoin. And look at that big red candle that we just got right now. Let's see if it broke this one. No, let's see if Bitcoin's going up. Yeah, not too much movement, but it looks like we're really testing that trend line right now. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, the next spot that I'm looking at is 0.14276 or just 14 cents. All right, if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.